Hey friend, welcome to my channel. I am Julie, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some super simple Dollar Tree spring DIYs. Now, today I am taking part in Heidi Sambel's Spring DIY Challenge. So if you're looking for some more spring DIY inspiration, be sure to check out the playlist that I will have linked down below so you could see everyone else's spring DIYs. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Here on my channel, I do DIYs and home decor, and I do it all on a budget. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you hit the red subscribe button and hit the bell as well so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Now, let's get to crafting.
So for this DIY, you're going to need a wreath form. This is one that I had on hand, but you can pick them up at the Dollar Tree, as well as some of these Dollar Tree pots, and I picked up two sizes, the large and the small. You're going to need some moss, which is also from the Dollar Tree. And I am also going to be using some of these small moss balls, which is also from the Dollar Tree, and some lavender picks. These smaller ones are 97 cents from Walmart, and then I also have some larger ones from the Dollar Tree. And I also am going to use these foliage picks from the Dollar Tree. I was going to maybe use some of these leaves, but I ended up not using those. And a couple pieces of greenery that I had left over from another project. So to begin, I am just going to open up these packages of pots. And honestly, when I started this, I really was not sure if I was going to use all the small. And I forgot to mention you're going to need some floral wire and some wire cutters. And so here I am just playing with it and laying out different things. I didn't know if I wanted to do every other a large and a small, if I wanted to do all large, if I wanted to do all small. So I just kind of played with it until I figured out exactly how I wanted it. So if you're going to make something like this, you can do the same thing. You can use different size wreaths. That's the whole point of crafting, is you do what you like. And I ended up choosing to do a large, small, and just alternate. So here I am just taking the wire, and I'm kind of trying to figure out how long I need my pieces to be to wrap this around the wreath. And then once I figured that out, I just made several different ones of the same one, so I didn't have to keep stopping and cutting. I had all the supplies ready to go. And then all I did was just attach it by twisting the wire on the back tightly and then bending it down so it didn't scratch, whether it's going to be the wall or the door that I end up hanging it on. I didn't want it to be something that scratches the wall. So once all the pots are attached, I decided just to use some paper towel as filler for the pots. And again, here I am just trying to decide if I'm going to use the moss balls or moss. And I ended up doing an alternating pattern. So in the large pots, I did moss, and then in the smaller pots, I did the moss balls. And you're just going to want to attach everything with hot glue to make sure that it's secure, because some of the pots are hanging upside down in the wreath. And so I did go back a couple of times and have to add a little bit of hot glue here and there. And so next I'm just going to take the foliage picks that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to pull them apart. And I end up cutting them in half so that they fit better in between the pots. But you could do whatever you like. If you want it to look more bushy, you can keep them long. I also played with the idea of sticking them in the pots and coming out, and I played with a whole bunch of different ideas. This is the way I ended up liking it the most. And I always like to just lay everything out before I hot glue anything, because it just makes a mess and you're pulling things apart. So I laid a piece out in between each of the pots, and I still thought that was a little bit bare. I want it to be a little fuller, so I took some eucalyptus picks and pulled those apart as well. These were just something I had left over from another project. You could use any kind of greenery that you have, and I also placed those in there. And then once everything was placed the way I wanted, that's when I went through and hot glued everything. Now that all the greenery is glued down, I went through and added some floral pieces. I decided to use lavender because I liked the soft colors of the purple. I didn't want this to be a bright wreath. You could do whatever you like and whatever you have on hand. But again, I just placed it where I wanted it, in between all the pots. I did also play with the idea of having them coming out of the pots. This is just the way I ended up liking it the most. And then once I had it all laid out, that's when I hot glued it. Here is the final wreath. I love how it turned out, and for only $10, this was such a simple and quick wreath to make. And it's also so unique. I really hope you guys enjoyed this DIY. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you need some more DIY inspiration, please check out these other videos here. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!